Good morning, everyone, from the Hell Roaring Trailhead here in the Sawtooth Mountains of Idaho. The four of us are getting ready to head out on a 4-night, 5-day backpacking trip. Hopefully, we do have some potential weather coming, so we don't know if we're gonna wind up having to cut it short, but right now we're thinking positive. We're gonna see it through the whole way. Who do I have here? I have Kim,
Martina,
Steven.
You probably know the three of these guys from previous videos. We're really excited to get started and hit this trail, so that's what we're going to do right now. I would say we have gone a little over a mile, and it's been mainly in the trees along the Hell Roaring Creek. We have a lot of fall color on the ground cover. We haven't passed any aspens yet. Some of the aspens near the town of Stanley are changing color. It is September 17th today. So we are just a few days away from the official autumn equinox. Today we are camping about 5 miles in at Hell Roaring Lake. Okay, we have made it to the upper Hell Roaring Trailhead. We started at the lower Hell Roaring Trailhead, and this is where we register for our permit. You do need to register for a permit, but there is no charge and no quota. Okay, this is the trailhead we parked at, and we started at the lower trailhead. We are here now, and we are camping here at this lake, Hell Roaring Lake. Can't wait till we have some open views of that. Things are opening up a little bit. We are about 3 miles from camp. I had no idea what this lake would look like and no expectations, but I was definitely blown away at how beautiful it was. We found our camp for the night. It is a huge area. We all have a little bit of separation. We're gonna go camp up on the hill here, and then we've got this ginormous eating area. We've got another eating area to choose from. We've got the creek going by, the lake's right there. It is an epic sight for the night. And this is why I started wearing gaiters. These things are filthy, and kept my feet pretty clean just by wearing them. Backpacking has taught me how little you really need. Everything that you need to survive, you carry on your back. It prepared me in a lot of ways for my life on the road. Camp is all set up and it's time for one of the most important camp chores, filtering water. At least it wasn't like sometimes you squeeze it, that first squeeze, and nothing happens. I did do it just recently, like I did it before I, maybe a few days before I left. Hold that thought. Just spare me.
Is it breakfast skillet or is it not?
I don't know. What is it, guys? What's for dinner tonight?
Have? We have some peak refuel,
sweet pork and rice.
Okay, I have not had that one. Yeah, it's a good one?
It's good.
It's really good. The peak ones are really, really good.
She's going to have some yakking.
What's on the menu for you, Martina?
I want to hear how you explain
some
this.
Yak, Happy Yak Express. It's spaghetti with Neapolitan sauce.
Oh, that sounds good, actually.
Made in Canada. Yep.
Interested to hear how that is.
Yep.
This is what dinner is looking like. It's looking pretty tasty. It smells really good, too. Then once you get that first whiff.
Well, not only that, that's also the key for the cats to come in and do river dance on my chest.
Taking a little evening stroll after dinner on this gorgeous beach, lakeside. It's stunning. The day is coming to a close. We are all tucked away in our tents. We had some great weather today, better than we thought. It was supposed to be about 77 degrees as the high, but it was actually, felt cooler than that, felt really comfortable. The trail was pretty easy. There was a little bit of a climb in the beginning, but most of the trail was really nice and pleasant. We had some fall colors starting to come through by way of the ground cover. We didn't go through any aspen trees, so we didn't see any of that, but it's still evident that fall is almost here. We had a beautiful dinner and a walk by the lake to cap it off, and now it is time for bed. Looking forward to tomorrow, where we will be climbing up to Imogene Lake. And I'm hearing that it's just absolutely gorgeous, so I'm looking forward to that. Should be another amazing day here in the Sawtooths. For now, I'm gonna call it a night, so I will see you all in the morning. Good night.
Like not a leaf, not anything. No wind.
Hello.
Hello. Is that you, Charlie? No,
I mean, other than the Sawtooth.
but I haven't won the lottery yet.
Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful morning. We expected it to be much colder. Yesterday when we woke up in Stanley, Idaho, it was in the 20s. I would say this morning it was definitely in the mid to upper 30s. We all slept very comfortable last night, very warm. It is supposed to get much colder, but we enjoyed the warmth while we had it. Today we have a little bit of a climb. We have to climb up to Imogene Lake. I've heard some people pronounce it Imogene. Not sure the correct pronunciation, but that is where we're going. We are hearing that it's gorgeous. It should be an awesome day.
Good morning, Catherine.
How are you feeling this morning?
Very good. Much
Yeah.
better than yesterday. I felt a little bit the elevation, even though it's low elevation, but didn't have much of a time coming in to adjust. So this was good. It was a good night, quiet night, no critters. So it was very nice.
Yeah, we're glad to hear Martina's feeling better. She was not feeling that great yesterday. You ready for today?
I am.
Awesome. I was incredibly excited about this trip. I had only backpacked the Sawtooth Range once before back in 2019. This entire route, except for one portion between days 3 and 4, was entirely new. Although I like returning to familiar places, trekking on new trails, for me, adds an extra level of excitement. It is currently raining. We just checked the Garmin and it said 0% chance of precipitation, and yet we have raindrops going uphill, so I'm a little out of breath. What do you think, Steve?
All right, for the record, we checked Garmin this morning. We had a 0% chance of
The
rain.
Garmin is a PS.
I think I just actually saw hail potentially.
So Garmin 0%, do the inversion on that.
Garmin strikes again.
Thank you, Garmin.
I like that.
We are not too far from our lake. From what we understand, we just saw a runner go by and she said we are less than a mile to the lake, and she also said there is no one there and that we're gonna have it to ourselves. So that sounds wonderful. We only saw people leaving yesterday. We didn't see anybody coming in. So we have high hopes that we're gonna have some solitude out there, which is gonna be incredible. That's a great thing about shoulder season. today would be a steady climb with the mixed bag of sun and rain. Mountain weather, typical mountain weather, which is unpredictable, but it was beauty all the way up. Our first views of Imogene Lake here in the rain. And as you can see, there's some ominous, dark-looking clouds behind these peaks. And we're ready to find our camp for the night. 0% chance of rain, they said. We have found our home for the night. It's actually very sweet. We have a really nice view of the lake, great little seating area and food area, and our tents will be back behind the camera. We're gonna wait till the rain stops before we set up, but I think this is gonna be pretty awesome. Hopefully it clears up a little bit. I do see some blue sky, little patches of blue sky, so hopefully this breaks up and we get a little more sunshine.
Pressure!
Under pressure. Stop. Probably.
I don't know, babe. I don't feel like I'm blue. Oh,
That's the Vanilla Ice version. Amazing.
It's beautiful with the sun out and everything. Get my lizard on.
This is what's for dinner tonight. It's kind of a breakfast for dinner. Type of cereal, really. Granola with milk and blueberries, and it's really good, really tasty. What you got there for dinner, Martina?
It's a what is it called? Flour tortilla with a pulled pork and barbecue sauce.
Nice.
Meal. Like 10:30, 11 in the morning, and then I have maybe a small dinner.
We enjoyed a gorgeous sunset after dinner and headed to bed, as tomorrow was going to be the biggest day of the trip. morning. It is day 3. We are waking up here at Imogene Lake, however you say it. It's a beautiful morning. We are waking up to high clouds. The clouds last night actually completely cleared out, and we had clear skies overnight. Lots of stars were out. I was actually going to set up my camera for some astrophotography before bed, but I decided not to because there were so many clouds. But they did eventually clear out, as I noted when I got out to use the restroom in the middle of the night. And we've enjoyed our breakfast already this morning, and we're all getting ready to pack up for today's hike. Today's hike, I think, is going to be the most difficult of all the days. It's going to be sort of the crux of the trip. We have a pass to go over, and there are 2 route options that we can choose from to get to our camp tonight, which is Toxaway Lake. We'll decide which route to take when we get to the top of the pass and see how we're feeling. But for now, we're just going to get packed up and get ready to hit the trail. How's everyone feeling this morning?
Good.
Awesome.
You ready for the biggest day so far?
The slog, yes, but we can conquer it.
Yes.
It's a beautiful trail so far. Hopefully
Yeah.
it'll stay that way.
Yeah,
Get it.
definitely. Let's do it.
Yep. Woo-hoo.
We are getting ready to cross over these logs. We did that on the way here. It was pelting rain though, so I did not film it. But it's not too bad. They're all pretty sturdy.
Look for the big logs. Once you come off this broken one, come low on my left.
Okay.
Big log.
Okay, so we just stopped for a quick water break and potty break because we are ready to do our ascent over the pass. And up there we won't have any access to water or tree cover probably, but it's been a beautiful morning so far. It's quite chilly. I don't know how cold it is, but it is definitely chilly, which is nice when we're about ready to climb. All right, we are coming up to our pass. It is straight in front of us. You might be able to see some of the switchbacks if you look closely. Doesn't look too bad, looks like a good trail. And here we go. up, baby. Well, guys, we did it. We made it to the top of the pass. What do you think?
Awesome, and not as hard as it looked. It
was good.
Yeah, it looked hard, but it was.
It was worth.
So
it was good. It's beautiful though. Good gracious, on either side.
Yeah, I mean, look out there.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I think we're coming into some really good views once we round this corner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not that we haven't seen them already. Everybody ready?
Oh
yes. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
There's something about mountain passes. I sometimes dread them, but oftentimes they wind up being the most exciting part of the trip. I guess it's the sense of accomplishment of getting over the other side. And 99% of the time, the views cannot be beat from the top of a mountain pass. Check out that view. That's amazing. During our lunch break, we opted to take a route that would drop us down to Edith Lake and then to the Yellow Belly Trail, and we would backtrack to Toxaway Lake. Stay tuned to the end of the video where I will map out our entire route.
We've made it to our destination for the evening, our camp here at Toxaway Lake. We are located here in the trees. Our campsite is located here in the trees, and we actually prefer to be in the trees this evening because the wind is very cold. It's a biting cold. Stephen and Kim went and scoped out another spot out on a peninsula, and they said it was just freezing. So we have a little bit of separation and privacy between us and a huge site, and it's just a short walk to the water. So I think this is going to be a great spot for the evening. Got my cozy home for the night all set up. Should be nice and warm in here.
It was a cold and windy trip to the lake to get water. However, the sun had come out and it was just gorgeous.
Yeah, I know. But
This is what's for dinner tonight. It is Peak Refuel Chicken Pesto Pasta. It's one of my very favorites. It's over 900 calories. It's super tasty. And I'm looking forward to it getting in my belly. The grit sounds better.
grit sounds better.
Grits with bacon.
That's right.
Another stunning after dinner sunset, and it was off to bed.
I still have flower bank is warm. I still have flowers though.
Good morning from Toxaway Lake. It is day number 4. The plan for today is to potentially hike all the way out. We have about 10 miles to get back to the trailhead, and we do have a front coming in overnight. It's supposed to definitely rain and potentially snow, so we don't know that we want to get caught up in that and then have to pack up wet gear and what have you tomorrow. We haven't made the final decision yet. We'll see how we feel as we get further down the trail, so we'll keep you posted. But for right now, we're getting all packed up and ready to go. By the way, it's a cold morning. It is in the 30s. I'm going to start out with my puffy on. Later on, we would opt to hike the full 10 miles out. None of us had lodging procured, and I had flown in, so I didn't have my trailer. Martina reached out to her husband via her inReach since we would be getting out late. Her husband, Justin, was able to call around from Civilization and score us a pretty epic cabin. Thank you, Justin. We made it back to the car! Yeah! What's next?
Cheeseburger!
With bacon!
Double bacon!
I don't know. We're gonna mess something up.
Yeah, we are.
Nom, 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 nom.
Barbecue sauce, I bet.
Oh, we should have asked for mayo. I forgot.
It's fairly spicy mayo.
We made it out safe and sound. We are back here in this cozy cabin that we scored last minute thanks to Martina's husband, Justin. She contacted him through the InReach, and he was able to get this epic cabin. There's a loft upstairs with 2 beds and a bed downstairs for Steve and Kim, and we were cozy, safe, warm. It was really nice. Wanted to go around the room though and find out what everybody's least favorite part and most favorite part was of the trip. So Martina, why don't I start with you?
My least favorite part would be the climb yesterday. The last climb. It was brutal from Lake McDonald.
Yeah, I didn't show much of that on camera, but it was very steep.
It was very steep, and it was the end of the trip, so it was hard. My favorite was the descent from the pass towards Edith Lake. I loved the views all around. It was nice.
Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, Steve?
Yeah, definitely my least favorite was the Mays Creek trail, which is what Martina's talking about. That was new trail to us, and it was much more rigorous than I was thinking it was going to be. And so towards the end of a long day, it really got into us good. But my favorite part was the first part, the first 2 nights. We had some pretty epic campsites at the first 2 lakes, and that was new trail, beautiful country. So really enjoyed getting back in there.
Yeah. So yeah, I think all around, definitely Mays Creek was horrible. Never do it. Stay far, far away.
Worst ever.
Lake McDonald, it was like you get this beautiful view, and then you're just straight up. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. My favorite part was definitely probably Imogene Lake. I mean, even the climb up was just so cruisy. You're going up the whole way, but it's just graded nice and just views all around. It was great.
Yeah, and I concur with my least favorite part being the Mays Creek Trail. It was not a very well used trail. It was not maintained very well, very steep. But we did walk a long ridge line once we got to the top. That was kind of neat. And then dropped down and did a little bit of a road walk. And we did adjust our original plan and our original route. So I'm going to show you what we did here in just a second. My favorite part was the first 2 lakes, I think, as well, because that was a new territory for me. I thought the first lake, Hell Roaring Lake, was absolutely
amazing.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
The formations, the backdrop were incredible.
The finger of fate.
Yeah, and then Imogene was
and
absolutely
really,
beautiful.
A really mild hike to get into for such, kind of like the Dad's Lake experience, where it's really not a lot of work to get to, a huge payoff.
Huge payoffs.
Yeah, it was just gorgeous. I mean, the whole trip was amazing. Hanging out with these guys, once again, we had a blast, lots of laughs. And,
We're stuck on the letter Y.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you ever want a good trail game, I'll let Steve explain.
Somewhere, I think it was when we started the climb up towards the pass to Edith Lake. Just started the game of naming bands with the letter, and we started with A.
Obviously.
Note, if you play this game, create a rule that says if you go back a letter, everybody has to go back. Because we would have never got past D or E. But a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I will show you the route that we wound up doing, and we're going to wrap up this video. But let me show you this route real quick. Thank you, everybody, for an awesome trip.
Yeah,
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank
really
you for
fun,
guys
really
planning
fun.
it. Thank you.
And the sun is finally coming out, so
I did show you some of our route earlier in the video, but I'm just going to go ahead and start from the beginning and show you exactly what we did. We started here at the Hell Roaring Creek Lower Trailhead, hiked the Hell Roaring Trail to Hell Roaring Lake, and that was our first camp. From there, we climbed up to Imogene Lake, which was our second camp. Then we went over that pass, and we decided to drop down here the Edith Lake Trail. I don't know what that trail is called, but towards Edith Lake. We backtracked here to Toxaway Lake, and that was our camp for night 3. And then we went ahead and took the Yellow Belly Trail all the way here to the Mays Creek Trail, which is the not so great one that we were all referring to. And this was the long ridge walk we did. We dropped steeply down to this road and then road walked back to the trailhead where we started. It was a nice little loop.